Hey everybody, welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I'm Chris.
I'm Nick.
And this week we almost talk about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. We like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a lengthy episode. Well, at least it was lengthy pre-edit.
Yeah.
We got maybe like, I'll say we got like a good 40% of the episode dedicated to Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
We went off the rails real fucking hard.
Yeah, but hopefully in an entertaining way. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
I sure had a great time recording it. And again, we say this repeatedly on the show. We don't get away from the movie because we didn't like it, because we loved this movie. We thought it was great.
There's just a lot of things around this movie that led us off the fucking rails.
Yeah. I mean, like, quite frankly, like the amount of like known actors, at least now in this movie, like at the time, if we were in this movie at the time, it's astounding. Like, it's really crazy.
Yep.
So I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. We're talking about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter on Big Dumb Monsters.
Enjoy the show. We are not sober already.
We may have made a slight tactical error. Basically, we did the after podcast part of the podcast before the podcast this week.
We certainly did.
Yeah. Normally, as we record, like, we're just kind of grooving into things, like, just having our first drinks, like. Yeah, no, we decided to chill out. We were watching some UFC. We
ate an entire box of Freihofer's cookies in a
record time,
roughly 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I am thinking about going after those crumbs. Yeah,
I'm sure you could hoover them. You know.
So if anybody else wants to send us anything besides Bartesian pods, Freihofer's cookies is the way to go.
That's the one. That or Oreos.
Yeah,
one of the two.
Golden Oreos. I'm a fan of those also.
Yeah. All right, here. Freihofer's
double
cookies.
stuff, please, only. I don't want your garbage single stuffed Oreos.
That's right.
Yeah.
Double stuffed Oreos, Freihofer's cookies, peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, thank you.
That's all I want.
Yeah. Oh, man.
If you see us at a con, please bring us those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Bag of peanut M&Ms and a Super Nintendo, and it's like 1994 all over again. Anyway.
Yeah, we're talking about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. You know why?
Because, that's right, this is our President's Day.
It's President's Day, baby.
Yeah, that's right. And we're here to honor holidays. It's important to honor these holidays. Although I was thinking today, we're going to have a real tough time honoring President's Day next year.
We can find some. No. Yeah. We can find something.
There's an Abraham Lincoln Zombie Hunter movie, which is like a ripoff of this.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I hate it already.
Yeah, or Zombie Killer, I think is the name of it.
Fuck that. Oh, man.
I don't think we have any George Washington-based horror.
I don't think so. And those are really the only two that we care about on President's Day.
Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of real-life horror from the presidents.
We'll just watch JFK.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking monstrous.
But yeah, I mean, we don't even need to describe the synopsis of this movie because it's pretty much all there.
It's in the title.
In the title, yeah. It's Abraham Lincoln, except if there were vampires and he was like relentlessly tracking them down.
Yeah. It's man, it's hard to describe this movie in terms that don't sound really fucking stupid.
Well,
because this movie is kind of really fucking stupid, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie today. Like, no joke. I saw this when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I did not like it. I will get to why I didn't like it. But this morning when I was watching it, I'm like, I almost texted you to say like I am really enjoying this movie, but I didn't want to like talk about podcast shit before the podcast.
Yeah.
We should also mention that this is based off of the book Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yes.
Which came out, I want to say it had to be like 2008 or 9 or 10 around there.
Yeah.
When like there was like a short, brief period where this dude was just cranking out books. Like,
the early, like the mid-aughts.
Maybe it was way farther back then.
Were like just rife with anachronistic fiction. Like, it was so good.
Seth Grahame-Smith was the guy though who like kind of like set it all in motion. Like the three big books were this was the third one, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, which the best in my opinion. I've only read 2 of them though.
I haven't read any of them, to my shame.
This is a fucking good book.
Is it really?
It's like his diary. Like I guess that was released as a book at some point, like Abraham Lincoln's diary.
Yeah.
But they just like weave in the story of vampires.
Yeah.
And like I liked it. That's why I didn't like this movie, because I liked the book so much.
Oh really?
Like it's really good.
What were the other 2 that he wrote?
There was Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which I read like half of.
Oh no, this wasn't the same guy, was it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, because there was a bunch of those. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, the big 3 were that one, those 2, and then Sense, Sensibility, and Sea Monsters.
There was also Little Women and Werewolves.
Really?
Yeah.
I think those.
He had a
Seth Grahame-Smith.
He had a whole Jane Austen like kick. I think it might have just been the trilogy.
Yeah. I think those were the original 3.
Yeah.
And then there were plenty of ones like who like just played on that riff.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the same guy. Yeah, because I remember those coming out, and I was like, these are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I like it is a really good book, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where I gave it to my dad to read, and he enjoyed it. Like this is a good. Like he like read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our second week in a row of a movie based on a book.
Yeah. I did not read Warm Bodies though.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I probably will eventually. It's the premise is solid enough for me to want to go back to it.
I don't know if I'm just getting dumber as I'm getting older, or like I'm just getting more used to like just having screens in front of me, but it is like
it's hard to read.
It is a Herculean effort to read a book for me at this point.
Yeah.
I used to be able to read a book in like 3 days. Like no like fucking
dude, I've been reading Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And it's really great. Every time I sit down to read it, I love it. It's only like 200 pages.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for like a month.
Yeah. I read that back in that period when I was just tearing through books.
Yeah.
And like the last book I read was Ready Player 2, and that was like in the first winter of the pandemic. Yeah, frustrating fucking book.
It really was. That first one was brilliant.
I'll spoil a bunch of shit for that book right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Spoilers for Ready Player 2. I, like, on paper, I really should have enjoyed a giant, like, battle royal featuring different versions of Prince.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It was so fucking disappointing.
It really was.
Like, that was really the big thing of the book. Because, like, the climax of the first book with, like, this giant fucking battle with, like, you have, like, Voltron.
Everything.
Fucking, yeah. Like, the Voltron, like, lions, like, going after fucking, like, Mechagodzilla. Like,
yeah.
And, like, Gundams and shit. Like, holy... Like, you can't top that. And, like, Prince is how you're going to top that? Really?
I mean, it was... I can't say that I didn't enjoy the book, but I didn't enjoy the fact that he felt the need to shoehorn in an 80s reference every paragraph.
Yeah.
Like, it was too much.
Too dependent on the nostalgia.
Yeah, like...
And I love that first book, man. That was such a good book.
It was so refreshing.
Yeah.
But this one is just like, it was rehashed and not as well done. Like, the execution wasn't there. I don't think his heart was in it. I think this felt more like a...
like
I don't want to say a cash grab, but, like, it was right there, man.
They straight up turn Percival into, like, a villain fucking for the majority of the book.
I don't mind that. Like, that's a cool, like, turn. Like, that worked.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. But the amount of, like, subpar referential material was just not needed.
Yeah, I really like the Prince thing is the thing that really sticks in my mind. I think he really thought that was gonna like blow people away.
Yeah,
and it was just like that's how you follow up like this giant battle featuring all of pop culture, like history,
and it was written well-ish, like.
But
I love the idea of it.
Yeah,
all the different eras of Prince was great. Like mini boss, like make that a mini boss, not like the main thing.
Yeah, and then like the whole thing with like the robots and like going off into space, like in their own fucking like what? Like I realize this is all just set up for book 3, which is like another like kind of reason that I felt like kind of ripped off. Like I feel like this is just like half a story. I feel like
the low 5 needs their own story. Like if
that's what I said at the time. That's the fucking book I wanted to read. I want to know what's going on with them. Like they set up these amazing characters. They just disappear for the end of the book,
and then they reappear,
and then like all immediately die, don't they? If I remember correctly.
I don't remember. But yeah, that's probably going to be book 3, like their tale.
Yeah, like that was the book I wanted to read. I wanted to read the story of the low 5.
Yeah. Do you hear us?
Whatever your name is, I don't remember.
Klein, something.
Yeah,
Andrew
Ernest
Klein. Ernest Klein.
Yeah.
Give us that story.
Get on your shit for book 3, man. Like, you can do better than 7 Princes. Like, fuck, so disappointing.
Yeah, do better. Be better. It's all right.
You Mecha Godzilla fighting the Voltron lions, and you like.
You don't screw the pooch.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, a notably Mecha Godzilla-less movie.
Yeah, the old man yelling at clouds segment is over. This movie is so fucking dumb and lovable. It's absurd.
It like none of this should be working, and yet it does. I was surprised by how much I really enjoyed this movie. I was also surprised by like how many notable actors are in this movie. Like people who weren't so known at the time, but are like very popular
became
now.
Very good.
Yeah.
Especially Dominic Cooper.
Yeah.
So good.
When I was watching this, like there's two ways you could have gone about this movie. There's this way where they just play everything completely straight, like don't lean into the like absurd nature of the thing.
Yep.
And then there's like another way I think they could have gone, which maybe would have worked better, maybe it wouldn't have, depending on like who was in charge of it.
Yeah.
Where it leans into the absurdity, it leans into like a more comedic aspect, like not a straight out like slapstick comedy, but like give me some jokes every now and then.
Like the wink and the nod kind of thing. Yeah.
Like this is like straight up fucking ridiculous. Like it's Abraham Lincoln killing vampires, like goofy ass Abraham Lincoln. And it like they do a good job. They play it completely straight in this movie, but I think I kind of want to see like the Shaun of the Dead version of this movie. Like,
I don't think I do.
Really?
I think this works because it's so straight. It lends a little bit of believability. Like there's obviously no believability about Abraham Lincoln fighting vampires, but as believable as it could be is only because they played it straight. Yeah,
that's true. That might be why it works.
Like it could be a more entertaining film if it's like goofy and kind of leans into the joke.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have worked as well.
Like I don't want like Deadpool levels of comedy where we're like winking at the screen and shit like that. But like I think there could have been a very lighthearted version of this.
There could have been, because this is like the overall tone of this movie.
It's a grim fucking movie.
It's dark as shit.
Yeah. I mean, like the book itself is pretty grim. Like Abraham Lincoln's life is pretty grim. Like overall,
it really was.
Yeah.
Who was it? Daniel Day-Lewis played him in the movie.
Yeah, I keep meaning to watch that movie. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I heard it's phenomenal.
It's Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, he's amazing.
My dad loved that movie, and my dad is a big fan of Abe Lincoln anyway.
All right.
Just like a kind of a weird fact about my father. His favorite president is Abe Lincoln. More of a Teddy Roosevelt fan myself, but
guy like drinking and shooting shit. Like I do not fucking love that. Like
fucking bull moose, man.
Yeah. I totally forgot where I was going.
It doesn't matter.
Abraham Lincoln. No, it did matter. Damn it.
We were talking about the seriousness of the film, the grim tone.
Grim movie, Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln's life was fucking gross and dark.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, right. Well, fuck it.
That's why we drink after the podcast.
No, I don't think it is.
Excuse me. Anyway, we keep talking about anything but Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah.
But this pissed me off.
Did it really? I loved it.
I mean, it's a cool looking scene, but like it's the scene where what's his name? Henry, Dominic Cooper's character. Henry. Yep. Yeah. It's right after he first meets Abraham, and like he's kind of like, you know, they're kind of just getting to know each other. He knows he's, you know, a vampire hunter.
He's doing the training montage.
Yeah. And he's like, why don't you just, you know, chop this tree down in one chop?
They should have done that later in the montage.
Yeah.
I think.
Because it's just like, he just says to a dude off the street, like, hey, just chop this tree down in one chop. Which he does, but there's no explanation for why he's that strong. Like,
well, he's a rail splitter. He said it right there. I'm a pretty good rail splitter.
Yeah.
And then he's using his hate and anger to, he's like a Sith Lord, to imbue himself with power. This scene I loved, when he's teaching him how to fight in the dark. And he beats the ever-loving fuck out of him, and then Abe closes the door because he's not done.
I love the fact that he fights with the axe. Like, that's so
fucking cool. So good. Yeah, he's giving him all these guns, you know, like, how about the blunderbuss and this rifle? It's got, like, fucking 6 barrels on it. He's like, I didn't do too well with guns. Let's just go with an axe. You know, it's like the most
silver-coated axe.
Primitive fucking bullshit ever. It's so rad. It appeals to my inner D&D barbarian player.
Yeah. Oh, God, I miss playing D&D.
It's so good. I do it every Friday.
Fuck you. Fuck you so hard. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to get a hold of Chris for playing online D&D, do the thing.
Yeah, seriously.
He's desperate.
I'm in withdrawal. Yeah, I fucking, this was such a good movie. This was such a good watch. Like,
yeah, it was like zero substance.
Yeah,
not a ton of filler, but like
it's a good cable movie. Like, you don't need to see the whole thing. You can just pop in when you need to.
Yeah, because there's cool shit happening like all the time in the movie.
Yeah. Some of the things I will ding it for were like there's some sketchy CGI.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, specifically the stampede scene, like
yeah,
like some of the CGI in it.
The transformation scenes were sketchy at best.
Yeah, I could have used a little bit more like practicality, like with the vampires, like a little bit more practical effects.
Yeah, you don't have to just rely on CG, guys. Like,
yeah. Like, I like that they look different. They're not just like, you know, fangs. They're just like this mouthful of fucking teeth. And like,
yeah, it was cool. But like you could tell, like anytime they had like the black veins going on, that was all CG. They wouldn't just fucking draw shit on the people.
Yeah. Well, also, the most unrealistic thing in this entire movie, aside from the vampires, aside from the president killing vampires, the fact that when he first goes on the date with Mary Todd,
yeah,
she goes to kiss him and she steps up on his hat.
Yeah,
no hat is holding an entire human. I don't care how small she is.
No, she's little, but that hat is not that strong. By the way, I've said it before. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Chef kiss.
Yeah, I like.
Great actress.
She is in some like fucking amazing. Have you ever seen the season of Fargo that she was in?
No.
I just watched that show. That was also like beginning of the pandemic, like the first summer of the pandemic. So that's probably like 2020. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, it feels bad, man.
Yeah, it's 2 years ago at this point. Jesus fucking Christ!
Yep.
It feels like, honestly, it feels like 6 months ago.
Oh, does
really
it?
Does. Yeah. But it was the third season of Fargo, the TV show.
Okay.
It's her and Ewan McGregor. Who the fuck else?
Who is also chef kiss good.
Yeah. He is like a sleazy like car salesman. He has like a twin brother, and I want to say like his brother gets murdered. She's like his girlfriend, like mistress.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking great in it. I mean, I'm jumping the gun already, but we'll talk about more what she's in later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucking dig her.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to ding this movie for stuff, it's I don't know. Like, I can't. It's hard to ding this movie on a lot of stuff because I know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like, I know what they were going for, and they executed it perfectly. It's not a great movie, like, by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's not hauling any Academy Awards.
Yeah, like, the acting is decent. The action is great. I mean, yeah, like you were saying, the CGI is, like, sketchy in certain places.
The story could use some work, too. There's, like, that's why I think I like the book a lot more, because it's a complete story of his life. Like, it's just from start to finish. Where there's that big time jump in the middle of this movie where he goes from being a young man to being, like, 50 years old all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And plus, like, the movie...
Well, I think that time gap was supposed to just be Abraham Lincoln's regular life.
Yeah. He does. I think I want to say it's been holy whenever this book came out, probably like this movie's like 2012, so the book is probably like 2010 at the earliest.
Yeah.
So 12 years ago. I don't remember if he like stops hunting vampires like he does. I want to say like he talks about it, like, he doesn't do it quite as often.
Yeah.
But one thing they did, I think, a lot better in the book than they did in the movie. In the movie, where he's like killing these vampires, it's really like a quick montage.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, oh yeah, I've killed 5 or 6 vampires at this point.
I could have used more of that.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to see him. I wanted to see him fail on a couple of them.
Yeah, it's much more detailed in the book, where he's like getting his ass kicked a couple of times, like shit like that. Like it's like where it's more like him, like he used to like investigate people, and like it's not just like just going to kill vampires. It's a lot more detailed, and like I wish they would have given us more of that.
Definitely could have used it.
Yeah,
100%. I agree with you there. Yeah, you don't really see him like build a lot of the relationships that he has with people in this movie either.
Yeah, it's just like he meets these people and then all of a sudden they're his friend. Like,
everybody loves each other.
Yeah. So I feel like it does gloss over a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that could have been built on a little bit more. I don't remember how long this movie is.
I think it's $1.40.
It could have used more time. Like, it didn't feel long.
Yeah, make this 2. You could easily have made this a 2-hour movie, even like a 2:15. I would say.
Yeah,
that'd be like stretching it, but like that'd be good. Like, because you could add in a lot of like historical stuff, a lot more detail.
Yeah, because like as much as it is just kind of an action flick with some horror elements, I could have used more character.
Yeah,
like it was. What we have here is very enjoyable. But yeah, I think I could have used more of the character development. Like, there was enough to keep the whole thing going. Yeah. Like, it moves very fast, even if it's almost 2 hours long. It definitely doesn't feel like it.
Another thing I like in the book, he talks more about like his weapons and stuff, like the shit that he designs and builds, like to fight vampires. Like,
yeah, like he's got an axe, and then they cover it in silver, and then all of a sudden it's also a gun.
Yeah, the shotgun axe. Which I will say they ripped off in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. Which was like it was the same concept but executed differently. This is more of an axe shotgun, where in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. it was a shotgun axe, like mostly a shotgun with basically like an axe bayonet affixed to it.
Yeah. There is a historical basis for that. During like the Revolutionary War era, Native Americans would actually attach like almost like a dagger to the butt end of the gun, and turn it into like a twofold weapon.
Yeah,
so like they could really do damage with either end of the fucking thing.
Good idea.
Yeah. I think they might have had those in The Patriot. They might have had a couple of those.
That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. Also a really good movie.
American Revolutionary Braveheart? Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah, it's the same movie.
It's exactly the fucking same.
It's the same
They changed
movie.
the setting.
They just moved from one end of the Atlantic to the other. It's really the same movie.
I love them both. Fuck it. I mean, obviously I love Braveheart more because it is the superior film because it's Scottish.
If it isn't Scottish, it's crap.
Clap. Scots what hey.
It is a seriously underrated movie, The Patriot.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's weird that like not as many people remember The Patriot as they do Braveheart. Because they're Mel Brooks directed and starring. The plot is basically the same. They're both super fucking violent.
I think you mean Mel Gibson.
What did I say?
Mel Brooks.
Did I really?
A Mel Brooks directed Braveheart would be amazing!
Oh my god.
I didn't know I needed that until right now.
He needs to direct that before he dies. Yeah. Well, that's alcohol for you.
Oh,
yep.
God, I love Mel Brooks.
Mel Gibson is what I meant. Good God.
Oh.
Hey, let me turn my phone to silent instead of vibrate.
Silencio!
Silence.
Oh, God, Mel Brooks' Braveheart.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, God. Amazing.
He really would be shooting fireballs out of his arse.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Oh, man. I love Mel Brooks.
He's so good.
Yeah. Anyway, again, we're talking about anything but Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
All right, so Ensemble Cast.
Yeah, I mean, like, the cast of this movie, like, if you were making this movie today, like, your casting alone is probably going to cost you more than $100 million.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
They got some underrated talent at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And then since then they have gone on to be fucking great. Oh man. If I got to rate this movie 1 through 10, realistically, and like based on just quality of the film.
We could do movie and then just funness of this movie.
Okay, movie 6.
Yeah. That's honestly right where, because I've been like sliding up and down all day. Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's fucking gross, Chris.
Like when I was watching it, I'm like, give it a 7.5. No, give it a 6. No, I'm down to a 6. So yeah, like, sorry, but yeah, I agree with you on that. Like for the, like, if you're just we're judging a movie,
if we're going on like the Siskel and Ebert kind of scale, 6.
6, yeah, 5, 6 maybe.
Yeah.
Like I can, this bad CGI is bad CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like lack of practical effects. Story could use a little bit of work, I think maybe.
It could have been reworked.
Yeah.
They could have put more, like a little more character development, maybe a little less zombie or vampire killing.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. But like,
see, I don't know if I want less vampire killing or less haphazard, not like detailed vampire killing. Basically,
okay, yeah, I
want to see more of what goes of what's going into it.
What goes into the kill?
Yeah,
the planning. Yeah,
yeah,
planning would be good.
Yeah,
but yeah, go like movie scale. 6. Weirdo like. Fun people who listen to this show scale, fucking 8.
Yeah. I think I'm right there also. Yeah, because I was thinking that, like, dude, if I rate this an 8, am I going way too high?
Yeah,
but it's a fun, enjoyable movie.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I really did not like this when it came out because I was comparing it so hard to the book, but now, like, it's being removed from, so far removed from the book, that story.
Yeah.
I really dug this story a lot. Like,
it's just,
yeah.
It's Saturday. Like, this is Saturday in a fucking nutshell, man.
Yeah,
like,
just it is what it is. Like, you're not here for a history lesson. Like,
I think that's what the fucking scale is gonna be now. It's like movie like Siskel Ebert scale,
and then like
it's Saturday scale.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I like that. Yeah. Again,
and not everything is gonna fall into like this one and this one. So like,
yeah, there are times when it's just straight up. You can give it a one rating.
Yeah,
yeah.
But this one, I think it's just so absurd, and it's in what we're actually seeing that it can fall into both of those scales. And god damn, I love this fucking movie. It is nowhere near my favorite vampire movie. It's not even near my favorite vampire hunter movie. Like, I'm loath to admit that Vampire Masquerade Bloodline 2 is still on my wish list for Steam.
I don't know if I played one of those games. The one that's like set in London where you're like the doctor. Is that the first one?
That's Vampire.
Yes.
That's not Vampire the Masquerade. Vampire the Masquerade was... Those are the video games based on the tabletop role-playing game.
Yes, yeah. That's the last one I played. That's a pretty good game.
Vampire?
Yeah.
VAMPYR?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game is hard as shit.
Yeah. And like it like how you play it depends on how hard it gets too.
Yeah.
Which I really like too. If you straight up just go around killing people, like the game's gonna get fucking hard.
Actually, that makes the game easier because you level up faster.
Yeah.
If you don't kill anybody, which is the way I was doing it, because apparently I'm like fucking lawful good when it comes to video games.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, like you are underpowered as hell.
Like I feel guilt. Like,
yeah.
Over killing video game characters.
Yep. My first playthrough of we're way onto fucking crapshoot territory right now.
Yeah,
but like my first playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
I was so good.
Paragon, like the whole way.
And then my second playthrough, not even my second playthrough, like I just went back to it to try to get like achievements and like fill out the what the fuck do they call them? Like where you get like a bandit level, blah blah blah, or those things. I was such a bastard. Like I was killing everybody just to try to make ends meet and get money and get those achievements. I felt so bad. It's like this is not cool.
I was the same way in those infamous games for like PS2 and PS3. Those were good games too.
Were they?
Where you're like the superhero type of character, and you can either be like good or you can be bad.
Yeah.
And like I was always like I did play through as the bad guy, I think, in the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm usually always the good guy. Same thing with Mass Effect.
Yeah. Well, I think KOTOR started all that.
Yeah. I've only played that, like, I played the app version of that. I never played that, like, on console. Or,
oh, really?
Yeah, or a computer.
Really good games. Anyway. I guess it's time to move on to trivia?
But before we forget, we just need a good vampire game. I want a good vampire game.
Yes.
Yeah. I know, it was just like 10 minutes ago. As fucking, like, horny and, like, as cornball as they were, I like those Blood Rain games because they were, like, so violent and you could just fucking chomp dudes' necks and fucking slice them up.
Yeah. I never played any of those. And I also never watched the movies because I have some standards.
Yeah, I've never seen the movies, but I worked at a video store when those came out, so I could rent them, like, for free, basically.
I wouldn't even do that. All right, let's move on to trivia.
Not to bother you with trivia.
I used to think they were kind of trivial.
Let's see here. Benjamin Walker, the man who played the part of Abe, trained to be able to do a lot of his own stunt work with the axe.
All right.
Which is great. Awesome.
He was, like, flinging that shit around, like, doing, like, the Conan, like, like, sword, like, swinging, yeah.
I did like that they kind of made a martial arts style about swinging a wood axe around.
Just a fucking big-ass axe.
Yep. The scene where President Lincoln works at the large Oval Office desk while his son Willie plays with toys beneath it is based on an iconic photograph of President John F. Kennedy and his son John F. Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, I know the picture, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's depressing. All of those people are dead.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I mean,
here.
technically, all of those people are dead, like from this era. So.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I mean, his kid's
JFK
dead,
Jr. shouldn't be dead, and if you're a part of QAnon, he's very much alive.
Yeah, he's apparently going to be vice president. In a couple of years.
Those people are completely unhinged. Benjamin Walker promoted the film in character for armed services personnel aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, an aircraft carrier named for the historical president that he plays.
Ooh, that feels like a little cringy. Like,
it's cringy,
yeah.
But it depends on what they did while he was there. If he was just up on stage giving a speech, lame. If they had him fighting vampires and shit.
Vampires on the deck of an aircraft. That is the most American thing I have ever heard in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have an Abraham Lincoln actor fighting some vampires on the deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln.
There we go.
Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Fucking swinging the axe around and shit.
Listen, hold on. If you're gonna be that American, you are not playing the Scorpions.
That's true. Yeah,
you are playing Ted Nugent. Stranglehold is playing.
Maybe some Skinner. Ooh, that smell. Holy shit! That Blue Angels flying over. Oh, that needs to be a thing.
Fucking Robbie Knievel doing motorcycle stunts. Oh God.
Oh,
it's like the state fair on a fucking aircraft carrier.
We've been asking for a lot of things on this episode. I'm gonna right now. I'm gonna disqualify everything we've ever asked for before this. If somebody out there can animate this for us, please, Jesus, I want this.
I need it. Tom. Oh God.
Holy shit, I want that.
Oh,
so
my face
badly.
hurts. Oh, Jesus. Whew. Okay. So the screenplay for this film was featured in the 2010 Blacklist, a list of the quote-unquote most liked unmade scripts of the year.
Yeah.
I believe that 100%. I bet you a million people read this script and this is amazing. We are not fucking making this at all, ever.
I want to say for a while there was a Chewbacca movie script on there. That was the same thing. This movie sounds like it's going to be amazing. We just cannot make this movie because if Lucasfilm doesn't want to make it, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah. God, that would be so good. Man, this would have been so fucking cool. Trent Reznor was approached about scoring and playing a minor part in the film. But then the news was leaked before the final decision was made, and Reznor decided to pass on the project as the surprise element had been lost.
Oh, whatever, Trent. Oh, look, it's Trent Reznor. That would have been the whole reaction.
It would have been fucking great. It's that's fucking Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
But then to have him score the film,
that would have been awesome. Yeah. I fucking love Trent Reznor.
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails is great.
I have seen 9 Inch Nails twice.
I've never seen them.
Twice?
I used to work with a guy, and he would follow them on tour.
Really?
Yeah,
it's an amazing show.
He would do 3 or 4 shows in a row following them, but he also had this crazy bootleg 9 Inch Nails collection. It was great. Every show of every tour, it was nuts.
One of my concert regrets is that I did not see them when they came through the first Lollapalooza. They played at SPAC the race course.
Yeah.
I didn't see them then. I saw them at SPAC, and then I saw them at Bonnaroo in 2000. It was either 7 or 2009.
Yeah.
I don't remember. And both times, fucking amazing show.
I think they're one of those, if I could go back in time, I would go see 9 Inch Nails in 1990 in a gross, nasty fucking club show.
Yeah. Like on my, like this is so fucking music nerdy, but like, I definitely have like if a time travel is invented,
Yeah.
I have a list of places I need to go see shows.
Yeah.
Number one being New York, like 1976 ish, like around.
I'm
there.
going to see the Ramones and CBGBs.
Yeah, we're going to CBGBs. We're going to see the Ramones, Blondie, fucking Talking Heads. Like we're fucking going to yeah.
Like
I saw the Ramones.
That's number
it was in
one.
The 90s though, like
Yeah, you barely saw the Ramones.
yeah, exactly. I saw what was left of the Ramones.
Fucking CJ Ramone. Although CJ Ramone is a good bass player. Well, I saw Me First and the Gimme Gimmes open up for Flogging Molly not that long ago, and CJ was playing with Me First because Fat Mike was elsewhere.
Yeah. Also, we're because we have to specifically go to 76. Because in 77, the Ramones went to London. So in 1977, we're going to go see the Sex Pistols and the Ramones pretty much like nightly.
I am not going to see the Sex Pistols ever.
The Sex Pistols,
they were... Yeah. The Sex Pistols were not real.
I don't give a shit. It's for the thing of just saying, this is never going to happen.
Yeah.
But like, I saw the Sex Pistols in 1977.
Yeah, I'd rather go see The Clash.
Yeah, well, that's who also we're going to go see in 1977.
Oh, is that it?
Guess who the third stop is?
Yeah. If you say Led Zeppelin, I'm leaving.
Guess who number 4 is?
Fuck you. I'm going to see Leonard Skinner before the plane crash.
Southern rock. I don't get it.
I was raised on it, man.
Yeah,
I was raised on it.
Don't get it. I've seen the Allman Brothers. Could not give a shit about the Allman Brothers.
Fuck them. They're just the side of a jam band. All right, let's get back to IMDb trivia about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Let's talk about concert trivia.
Man, this episode's fucked up.
I think you mean amazing.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Tom Hardy was approached for the title role, but had to turn it down due to scheduling conflicts with The Dark Knight Rises. Eric Bana, Timothy Oliphant, Adrian Brody, Josh Lucas, James Darcy, Rob Hubel, and Oliver Jackson Cohen were also considered to play the role.
Rob Hubel. See, that would have been too comedic. But Timothy Oliphant, I think, could have fucking done it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is awesome, goddammit.
Adrian Brody could have done it. Well,
yeah.
Actually, Adrian Brody probably would have gone very, very, like, too far into it.
Yeah, I don't think if he
He's very method.
Yeah. But I fucking love Timothy Oliphant. Shout out to fucking...
he's so great.
Him on Book of Boba Fett. Fucking hell yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, whoa!
Move on. Yeah,
no, interrupt me. That's fine. Fuck you.
I had seen that fact when I was watching the movie on like the Amazon facts. I am glad that Tom Hardy, because like he wasn't picked. Because like
he's not built for it.
Yeah, well, that's the most important reason. Like this is at the same time he was doing Dark Knight, so he is Bane ripped at this point.
Yeah. Jacked, like fucking jacked.
He is not a tall, lanky dude. He is a fucking like...
Yeah, he's like 5'10", maybe.
He's like a fucking tank at this point. Like,
I think he was built like a square.
And like his performance, his fucking Bane, is goddamn amazing.
It's so good.
Do
you feel in charge? Can I go? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Sorry.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
All right. Edgar Allan Poe, an important character from the novel, was excised from the movie version. He appears in the animated deleted scene Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter The Great Calamity from 2012, voiced by Clifton Collins Jr., who made a cameo in Mary Elizabeth Winstead's vehicle Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is almost a perfect movie.
Yeah. Clifton Collins Jr. is a fucking awesome actor too. He is he's just the dude who's like the fucking angry scumbag in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He's in Pacific Rim. He's like the tech dude who like is like who's like running the fucking like basically the mission control center. Like when they do like the fucking
the
Jaeger missions. Jaeger.
The
Mick Jagger missions.
Yep. Man. These monsters got sticky fingers. Giant cocks.
All right.
What? Have you never seen the cover for Sticky Fingers?
Oh, yeah. I have seen that. And it's a fucking good album, too, I will say.
That's a great album.
Yeah.
It's got Bitch on it.
That was a period of time in my life I worked at the movie theater. I had basically, like, pretty much inverted my day where, like, I was going to bed at about 7:30, 8:30 in the morning,
Yep.
like, every day. And, like, that would be the album I'd put on. Maybe, like, because I would listen to Howard Stern when it would first come on in the morning. So maybe, like, 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'd throw on fucking Sticky Fingers, like, just to, like, wind down, and, like, you know, then Howard would come on, and I'd start to, like, fucking try to go to sleep.
Yeah, the guy on the cover of Sticky Fingers was... Oh, who's the artist? Andy Warhol's boyfriend at the time.
All right.
Because Andy Warhol took that photo.
Yeah. That is a great fucking album.
That's so good. I'd go see them in, like, like 68, 69?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could see, like, the Beatles and the Stones, like, somewhere, like, in the same area.
That'd be rad.
Yeah, that'd be pretty badass.
Fuck. I'm not one of those, like, I was born in the wrong era kind of people, but, like, there was some cool shit that happened, like, long before I was alive.
Oh, for sure, but I've seen some fucking awesome shit in my time, too.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah. Shit, man. I saw Skinless and 6 Feet Under and Dying Fetus at a show in Saratoga Winters where I thought I was going to die.
I was at the very last Beastie Boys show.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
For real. Yeah.
Fuck you. I never saw the Beastie Boys.
The only time I saw them was their very last fucking show.
That's insanity.
Yeah, I mean, at the time I didn't know it was their last show. Fucking,
Yeah.
I missed the first couple of minutes of it, too. I remember it was at Bonnaroo in 2009. Because Ad Rock is the one that died, right? Yeah. Adam Horowitz.
Was it Ad Rock?
I think so.
No, I thought it was MCA.
MCA, yeah.
MCA died.
MCA died. He died in like 2010, 2011.
That doesn't seem...
It seems like...
Was it that long ago?
That long ago, dude.
God damn it.
Because I remember we were sitting at our campsite.
We were so fucking old.
Yeah. We were like... It was... Because they were like the main act on like Saturday night, which is like the big prime spot.
Because of the fucking Beastie Boys.
Fucking Beastie Boys, yeah. And this is like their first show in a long time.
Yeah.
So I remember we were just sitting at our campsite getting ready, like, you know, getting ready and like drinking. And fucking, and like we're just sitting there and all of a sudden
Chris, nobody saw it, but Chris made the universal sign for smoking drugs.
No, he did not. And like, we're just sitting at our campsite and we just hear a Beastie Boys song. And I just remember we all fucking like look at each other, pack up our shit, and just fucking haul ass for the fucking main concert area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was at the fucking very last Beastie Boys show ever.
That's craziness.
Yeah.
Sucks that it was at Bonnaroo, though.
It does and it doesn't, because I very, very much... I mean, I've seen some amazing fucking things musically there.
Yeah.
I mean, I fucking saw Stevie Wonder and fucking Jay-Z one night, like, back to back. I fucking saw, what's their name? The Flaming Lips do the entire album Dark Side of the Moon.
What?
I've talked about...
Hold on. I don't want that.
Dude, say what you will about the Flaming Lips, they put on a fucking amazing show.
No, they're great.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want Pink Floyd to do Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
At Bonnaroo, I've told you, like, the fucking jam sessions I've been to there, I've, like, just shit you're never gonna fucking see anywhere.
It was like Kirk Hammett and somebody else doing...
This is, like, I think this is my number one, like, holy fucking shit, I'm never gonna see this again.
I think this has been brought up on the show before.
Yeah, it was Kirk Hammett from Metallica, Les Claypool from fucking Primus, and fucking all of Gogol Bordello just performing Tom Waits songs till like 3 a.m.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
like, that's so fucking stupid.
Fucking awesome is what it was. I talked about...
You know what? Hold on. Let me rewind some of this shit.
I keep banging the table.
Yeah, stop banging the table.
Yeah.
We have a time machine. We can go back to see any musical performance.
Yes.
I'm going back to 1980 to see Tom Waits.
Ooh. That could be good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when he's probably just coming out of heroin a little bit.
No.
But he's still
No.
he's still fucking crazy.
We're going to go see Tom Waits in like 85. Because that is after like Rain Dogs. I think Swordfish Trombones is also.
I think
you know what we're doing after this podcast? We're gonna put the fight back on because that's why one of the reasons why we were I can't speak English.
We started drinking because we were watching UFC before we were recording.
We're gonna listen to. We're gonna toss a coin, and we're gonna listen to either Rain Dogs or Swordfish Trombones.
Both those albums are fucking.
Yeah, we're probably gonna listen to both
money.
of them. Yeah. But that's what we're gonna do after the podcast.
I don't know if anybody knows this out there in podcast land. Me and Chris love Tom Waits.
I will another shout out to past guest Tom McWaters, introduced to Tom Waits because of Tom.
I was introduced to Tom Waits through my friend Andrew, Mr. Meager, and he was a big time Tom Waits fan. We were roommates for a little while, and he would put it on, and I was like, "This is psychotic."
Yeah. I had the same reaction. Like, this is so fucked up and crazy, yet I cannot stop listening to this.
This is Heart Attack and Vine is probably my favorite. And I don't want to say it's because it's the most accessible, but just like the songwriting on it is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like it was before he went full on crazy person.
Yeah.
But Rain Dogs and Swordfish Trombones, he was in like the height of his weirdness.
Rain Dogs, I think, is an album,
but still accessible.
Yeah. Rain Dogs is an album I think everybody should, if not own, at least listen to once in their life.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Same with Swordfish Trombones.
Yeah.
It's neck and neck. Like, everybody kind of focuses on Rain Dogs because I think that was the first one. But Swordfish Trombones is
Rain Dogs came out first.
Yeah, is easily just as amazing as that album.
You know what album is great by him though? Like for real? Blue Valentine.
I don't know if I've ever listened to that one. Oh. Is it a later one or an earlier one?
It's an early one.
Right.
I think that's the one that came out after Heart Attack and Vine. Maybe before Heart Attack and Vine.
Heart Attack and Vine is the one with like Frank's Big Years. Oh no, that's its own album.
Frank's Wild Years.
Frank's Wild Years. Yeah. Oh man, fucking dig Tom Waits. I gotta put this down. I keep banging.
Stop it!
I'm so sorry. I keep banging the table. We've had issues with that in the past. I'm not gonna point names at anybody, but yeah.
All right, I'm gonna finish this fucking IMDb. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with two more facts. When Adam bites Henry, Rufus Seawell, had never played a vampire before. No one had given him the quote-unquote talk on how to perform a vampire bite, which led to him accidentally breaking his fake vampire teeth. They were longer than he realized. So he actually chomped down on this motherfucker.
Bit this dude.
You gotta bite hard to break some fucking fake teeth too.
For real.
Oh man. Great scene, by the way. That was during the finale of the fight on the train.
Yeah, where he shoves his wrist out.
He can't bite Abe. Okay, last IMDb fact. Then several times through the course of early training, Lincoln sustains wounds to his right eye. The real Abraham Lincoln was killed by a bullet lodged behind his right eye.
Huh.
So
it's also the same thing with Jack Bartz too. He shoots him in the right eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it's at least coincidental.
Yeah. That's a nice little detail. Yeah. I like that.
That could be a fun one. Like if they did that for intention. Yes, they did that for intention.
For intention.
Yeah. It's a perfectly cromulent phrase.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks in a row.
Fuck.
Hell yeah. His noble spirit embiggens the smallest man. All right,
Simpsons are brilliant.
Yeah, seasons 3 through 12 or 13.
I was gonna say probably 12.
Yeah. 13.
That's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
What do you got? Oh, milk
I
stout.
want the milk stout. Yeah, that is fucking delicious.
Yeah, I grabbed a Newcastle. I'm feeling my inner Constantine. If anybody gets that reference, you're awesome.
Okay.
Oh, man. I got a stick of gum.
Not going good with the beer?
No, the beer is fine. That Manhattan.
Yeah. Seriously, Bartesian, what the fuck are you trying to pass off on me? Like,
That's like poison.
yeah. Look, I'm willing to explore new drinks with you guys, like, you know? But I need higher quality than that Manhattan was.
Yeah, it's not
Anyway.
great. It's not great.
Yeah. Anyway, old man yelling at clouds. Another Simpsons reference, by the way. All right, we are on to the better known as segment of the podcast. We're going to start off with director Timur Bekmambetov.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that is an aggressively Russian name. He is probably best well known as the director of Wanted. That was 2010, I want to say. Where are we? 2008. Damn, I was close.
Yeah, you were.
Terrible movie. Great fucking graphic novel.
I never read it.
It
Is
is.
that Millar? Was that Mark
Yes,
Millar?
it is
Yeah.
Mark Millar. So like, it's pretty like crazy. The premise of the. I want to get this right.
Of Wanted?
Yeah, because like the premise of the book is that there's like this secret society of like supervillains, basically.
Yeah.
And like the main character of Wanted, his father was like this legendary like supervillain. They kind of like change it up in the movie where it's more about like their hitmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, in like Millar's story, it is such a fucked up story. Basically, it's like the secret society, like they're training him to become like basically like his father's replacement.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like, he's the chosen one.
Yeah. And like I gotta reread this book. It's so I have it actually signed by Mark Millar.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You're a fucking mega nerd. Did you know that?
A little bit. Like in the training in the book, it is so fucked up. He basically has to go to everybody he's ever known in his life. Like, is, you know, somebody he knew in high school, like whatever, like, you know, somebody we were friends with for a little while, ex-girlfriends, and he has to kill every single person like he's ever fucking known, basically. You know, like I said, ex-girlfriends.
Or like wipe himself off the map.
Yeah, because they're training him to be like this just cold-blooded assassin.
Yeah.
So like you can't have any attachment to anybody or, you know, anything like that. It's just a dark, just gritty story, and like they just kind of like made it like a weird like action movie with Angelina Jolie and what's his name from Split and Professor X there. I can't remember this dude's name.
Yep. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Anybody?
James McAvoy.
James
There
McAvoy.
we go. Yeah,
That's the one. He's awesome.
Yeah,
He's a great actor.
yeah. I was just watching Split the other day. It was on TV.
I have not seen that yet.
That's a pretty decent movie.
I'm just afraid to watch anything that's M. Night Shyamalan ding dong.
Yeah, I mean, like it's spoilers at this point for a like 5 or 7, 8-year-old movie. It is a surprise sequel to Unbreakable.
It's not a surprise.
Yeah,
Everybody knew that.
Yeah, everybody knows at this point. So if you like Unbreakable, like I think you'd like Split.
Yeah, there's 3 movies in that universe now. Glass
is the other one. Yeah,
Split. And
that one's kind of forgettable. I know I've seen it. I don't really remember much about
I
it.
haven't seen that. I've only seen the first half of Unbreakable.
That's probably like, I would say that's probably the best M. Night Shyamalan movie, at least in terms of rewatchability.
It's not saying much.
Yeah. I mean, like everybody plays up The Sixth Sense, but once you've seen it the first time, like it's, you know, the whole twist is ruined, and like there's no like rewatchability to the movie. You know.
Yeah.
I like Unbreakable. It's a really good movie. It's a very like grounded, realistic like superhero story.
Yeah.
So yeah, check that one out. Aside from that, I mean, like he's just kind of in that movie Night Watch. Is that the one with Ewan McGregor, I think, or is that the original like Russian one? Probably it's the original Russian one. I want to say they made like a remake with Ewan McGregor.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is that, a vampire movie?
Forces to control the daytime and I don't know. Fantasy, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
I know I've seen the cover of that movie a bunch of times.
He seems to be more of a bigger producer than I think director. Apparently they're producing.
Oh, no.
Wanted 2, which I don't know if I really need that. They're doing another War of the Worlds.
Great.
Yeah, do we really need another War of the Worlds? I mean, the Tom Cruise one was a while ago, but like not that long ago, and like that's a pretty decent version of it.
It's enough.
Yeah, we're good. Let's see. It's like people remaking the song Hallelujah. Like we've heard enough covers of Hallelujah. We're good.
You know what version I don't listen to but accept as just the version?
Jeff Buckley.
That's the one.
Yeah, I saw Jeff Buckley at the Plaza.
Of course you did.
Yeah, this was before he mysteriously died. Yeah. Probably in a heroin
Had you
deal.
seen Elliott Smith too?
I'm sorry, that's who I saw was Elliott Smith, not Jeff Buckley.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, same, whatever. White guy addicted to heroin. Same guy. Same fucking guy.
Well, one was stabbed to death in the chest.
Yeah, one OD'd. Did he OD or did he drink himself to death? I don't know. They're both dead.
Jeff Buckley?
Elliott Smith.
No, Elliott Smith was murdered.
Was he really?
Yeah.
He was stabbed, right?
Yeah.
He was the one who died in the heroin deal. I thought that was Jeff Buckley.
No,
Yeah.
I think Jeff Buckley died of an overdose.
Yeah, I saw Elliott Smith, not Jeff Buckley. Correction.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was drinking his balls off at a tavern, like right around the corner from the Plaza before he performed there.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Who else has been in this movie?
Moving on from the director, he the reason I went to his producing, he produced that movie 9. I think which came out 2009.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen that since it first came out. I remember it being really good. It's like
Yeah.
a CGI animated movie.
Really short too.
Yeah, I think it's like an hour and like 16 minutes, maybe like 15 minutes.
The trailer had the song "Welcome Home" by Coheed and Cambria in it,
All right.
which made me think like maybe that was in the movie, and
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It's not.
And that made me a little upset.
CGI animated movie. That was a sentence.
I love Coheed and Cambria.
I could never get on board with them.
That's fine.
Yeah. These little like ragdoll figures. Really cool movie. John C. Reilly's a voice in that. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Martin Landau.
Dude, Crispin Glover, Jennifer Connelly.
Crispin Glover. Holy crap, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not like a nobody was in this movie kind of movie.
Yeah. Martin Landau, fucking legendary as Bela Lugosi in Ed Wood.
The weirdest mouth in Hollywood.
I love the movie Ed Wood. That movie is so good. He plays Bela Lugosi as like this just like vulgar old heroin addict, and like, it's so awesome. Karloff does not deserve to smell my shit. Like that movie is like so quotable.
Yeah. Was that?
Fuck you.
That wasn't a Tim Burton movie, was it? No.
It was a Tim Burton.
Was
movie.
it Tim Burton?
Yeah. Pull the strings. Benjamin Walker. He played Abraham Lincoln in this movie.
Uh-huh.
He's in the upcoming Lord of the Rings TV series.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who does he play?
It does not say. It just says he's in the episode. He's in like all the episodes. It looks like it's probably one of the major characters. Like they haven't really announced like. I mean, they announced when it is, but I don't think it's going to be people that we like know, like named characters. You know?
Oh no! It's all Silmarillion shit.
Yeah.
So like oh, what the fuck was her name? Shit. Never mind.
All right, moving on. He was in the Underground Railroad on Amazon recently, which I heard is really good. I have not seen it. Let's see. In the Heart of the Sea he was in, which I just saw not that long ago. That is a really good movie.
I've never even heard of it.
It is I want to say it's a telling of the story that Moby Dick is based on, basically.
Okay.
Recounting of the New England whaling ship sinking by a giant whale in 1820, an experience that later inspired, Moby Dick.
Did you ever try to read Moby Dick?
I want to say no. I had to read some other fucking Herman Melville shit in college.
Oh my god.
I had to read the Trial of Billy Budd, which was fucking terrible. I hated my professor for that class.
Dude,
fucking Professor Fon, you're an asshole. You
I tried to read Moby Dick because I was going through a point where I was like, well, I'll try to read all these classics.
Classics,
at least say, I fucking read it. Dude. Like, people rag on Tolkien for like, oh, there's a whole page on a description of a tree. How about entire chapters about the history of whaling?
Yeah. I do not enjoy that like New England school of writing. I don't. Nathaniel Hawthorne, Herman Melville, like you're all fucking boring.
Yeah.
How do you make a novel about a giant killer whale boring? How do you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck about that fucking novel.
I had to read...
And it was just like there would be great moments. Like there's all this great shit, and then there's just like, and then the history of whaling for fucking
here's how you
2 or 3 chapters.
A square knot. Like I had to read Billy Budd. Fucking terrible. Fucking dude punches his ship lieutenant. Lieutenant falls, hits his head, and dies, and the guy goes on trial. That's the whole fucking story. It's terrible. I hated that fucking book. I hate you, Herman Melville. I hate you, Nathaniel Hawthorne. Anyway.
Nobody hates like New Yorkers.
Yeah, exactly. It's New Englanders.
New Yorkers hate New Englanders.
But that's a good movie, though. In the Heart of the Sea.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, I want to say, is the lead in that movie. Tom Holland also in that movie. So you have Thor and Spider-Man on a whaling ship. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was 2012. Aside from that, really not much else anybody would have heard of. Anything that was
The Notorious Betty Page. That's a pretty good movie.
Oh yeah. Was that an HBO movie? I think.
No, I think that was like
a movie.
I think that was a movie-ass movie.
A movie-ass movie.
Yep.
Gretchen Mol played her. Yeah, I remember seeing that movie. That was pretty good.
Man, I love Betty Page. There are things that I love in this world. Betty Page is one of them.
Moving on, Rufus Seawell. The thing he was most recently in was the movie Old, another M. Night Shyamalan movie. Wasn't bad. It was decent. It's kind of crazy, like.
Oh, that's the one on the beach, right? Like,
yeah, they go to this beach and like time just kind of works weird. It's an accelerated thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that. He's in the Jigsaw TV series, which I believe is the one based on Saw.
I want to watch The Man in the High Castle so much.
Yeah.
But I also want to watch a million other fucking things.
I saw the first season and like this was all well and good. And then like the second season came out and I was just like, I don't have any interest in continuing this.
Yeah. I think I want to read it before I watch it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of Philip K. Dick.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty good the first season from what I saw.
Yeah.
I just, it just for some reason didn't hold my attention.
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
That's a very good show.
A lot of people say that's a great show.
It is a really good show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I love it as a fan of comedy. Like, it's all about basically comedy in the 50s. Like, being.
Did you see Being the Ricardos?
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, J.K. Simmons is great in that.
Yeah.
I think he got nominated for, like, Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman was fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Javier Bardem is awesome in that movie. That's a really
You know
good
what?
movie.
Nobody was bad in it.
Yeah.
Like, I guess instead of praising particular people, it's just like everybody was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Kind of like a behind the scenes on the, like, I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
When they were accused of being communists, basically.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Javier Bardem was fucking great. But, like, find something he's been bad in.
Yeah. This is a hot take. I don't like No Country for Old Men.
But did you think he was bad in it?
No, he's good in it. He's great in that movie.
Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's just another one of those dudes who's like, no matter what he's in, like, the quality of the project, he's good in it.
Yeah. I remember being like outraged by that movie when I first saw it. Like,
I bought it on DVD when it first hit.
yeah.
And I tried to watch it like 3 times. And like, I'm with you. Like,
It's boring as fuck.
it's boring as shit. It's so dry.
Yeah. And I guess that's supposed to be.
There's a difference between slow burn and boring.
Yeah. When like one of the major characters just dies in a gunfight that just completely happens off screen, like whatever. Yeah, look, I'm not the movie maker here.
Yeah.
Gods of Egypt, which looked batshit crazy.
Fuck that
It looked
movie.
so horrible and crazy.
Gods of Egypt. And then they're all white people. Weird.
Not so much as a tan or brown person among all of you. Weird.
You realize this is Africa, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Aside from that, he was in the movie Dark City from like the late 90s, which gets a lot of like acclaim. I don't remember being
Dark
that
City?
good. Yeah.
I liked it.
I don't think I only
very-
saw it when it was first in the theater.
It's very cyberpunk,
Yeah.
kind of. Kiefer Sutherland was in that. It was really good.
Legend of Zorro. Is that the sequel? Yeah, I believe. Yeah, the sequel to the Antonio Banderas Zorro movie, which those are pretty decent.
What was it? The Mark of Zorro was the first one?
The Mask of Zorro or is it the Mark of Zorro?
I don't remember.
Hold on, here we go.
I think there was 3 of them, right?
Yeah, I think there's 2 of them. Let's see. The Mask of Zorro, 1998.
Okay.
Legend of Zorro is 2005.
All right.
I don't know if I've ever seen Legend. I know I had to have seen it.
I've seen them both.
The first one is definitely really good with Anthony Hopkins and what's her name? Kathy Jones.
Kathy Jones, huh?
Catherine Zeta-Jones. But Rufus Seawell, he's very like actor, very British. Like he's always like an asshole or like a figure of authority in like everything.
Yeah.
Moving on, Dominic Cooper, who I fucking love. He is probably most well known to everybody as Howard Stark in the Marvel movies. He is also Jesse Custer on Preacher, which, if you examine it as a 1-season show, is pretty decent. If you go beyond that, well, that's on you, folks.
I was so disappointed in that show.
Yeah.
I love that comic book so much.
Yeah. New Orleans should have been like 2 episodes, 3 episodes, tops.
Whole
Not
season?
the entire season. Yeah.
Whole season. Yeah. Oh, man. He was in Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Hey,
He's
everybody.
in the Warcraft movie.
Everybody deserves a misstep here and there.
I like him as Howard Stark in both the Captain America movies and Agent Carter.
He played the part very well.
Yeah. Like the rich like playboy in the.
There was an
30s,
Ian
40s.
Fleming TV series?
Yeah, it was on BBC America. He played BBC.
No shit.
He played BBC America.
Yep.
He played Ian Fleming.
Sure did.
And it was all about like him like being in like the British like Secret Service and like all that. Not the Secret Service.
Oh, it wasn't about him writing James Bond?
It did eventually get there, but it was like
okay.
the experience he basically built up to be able to write James Bond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see what else. I don't want
My Week with Marilyn.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that was the movie about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. Like, it sounds very familiar. Hold on. I do not remember this.
Oh, really?
Michelle Williams, Eddie Redmayne, Kenneth Branagh.
Marilyn Monroe. People really love to attribute things to her that she never said.
yeah, it's like Mark Twain.
Yeah. But they love to leave out the fact that she was fucking crazy.
Yeah, batshit crazy. I don't want to sell Dominic Cooper short here. I want to go through this, but he's really great in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He's in From Hell. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he did a lot of background shit forever.
Yeah.
And then he got a few like starring roles.
As like not good as the Preacher show is, he is great as Jesse Custer. I love in the beginning, the first episode of season 2, the fucking fight scene to like Uptown Girl. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Anthony Mackie is in this movie, which I completely fucking forgot about. I did not realize he was in this movie.
Yeah. Barely.
Yeah. Well, he's a decent part of this movie.
He's
probably like a third of it.
He's in Act 3. Yeah.
I mean, his character does show up in the beginning. Anyway, Anthony Mackie, best probably known as the current Captain America, former Falcon in the MCU. I will say I absolutely love him in that role. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a great miniseries earlier. And
he played a really good Falcon. Like, I'm not super into the Marvel movies and shit like that, but like he was a really good Falcon.
I really love him as Captain America. I mean, he's only done the role in just the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but like, I cannot wait for Captain America 4. As far as like training montages in movies go, there is a fantastic one in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier where like he gets the cap, gets the shield from Cap. Excuse me, let me speak English.
Yep, we can do it.
And like is a montage of him like training with the shield. Like obviously he's gonna fucking suck with it at first. Like nobody knows how to use this thing. It's shield you hurl at people. Yeah. And like it's just him like just training, like just fucking up and like just getting his ass kicked, basically training over and over again until he like actually masters all this stuff and like is like pinging the shield off of shit and like catching it and like
I don't know. It seemed like Steve Rogers got it on the first rip.
Yeah, but he's just a regular dude. Steve Rogers is like a super soldier, like enhanced. Like he's just a dude who you had like some wings, like and now he finds himself as Captain America. Like I just really love that character as Captain America.
Remember when the Punisher was Captain America for like a hot second?
Yes,
so good.
But I mean, like he's just I love him as the Falcon. He's just hands down, I think, a really great actor. Yeah. He's in the Twisted Metal TV show, which I believe is coming out.
John Doe.
Yeah, he's the that was the car with like the Seeker missile. I believe it was like the ghost car.
Yeah, was it the car or was it the motorcycle?
It was like a Chevelle, I believe, or something like that, or like something along those lines, like a Barracuda maybe.
Oh yeah.
I love those games. Twisted Metal Black for PS2 was like one of the best, like probably the best version of those games.
I think I played 2 the most.
Yeah, I played 1 and 2 a lot for PS1. Yeah. I could really use an updated version of those games. Like that was.
I mean, they're still kind of putting them out.
When was the last one they made? It's been a while.
It has been a while.
For anybody not familiar, Twisted Metal, the games are basically like a car free-for-all. Like your car has guns and missiles and it just got increasingly absurd. Like in the first one, like you're in like a demolition derby type of thing. And then like by the time you get to like the later games, you're like going through like entire cities and like stuff like that. And like it's just a fun like just hunting down cars and blowing them up.
Yep. It's like an arena shooter.
Yeah.
But with cars.
Yeah. I really dug those games.
Well, let's see here.
While you're looking at that, back to Anthony Mackie. Sorry.
2015, Twisted Metal Black was the last
Twisted Metal game. I did own that game. That was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal 3 and 4, then 5, which was black.
Yeah, I remember the theme song was painted black, like on the menu screen.
Yeah, that was in 2001. And then Head On in 2005. And then Head On Extra Twisted Edition in 2008. So they went the Street Fighter route. But we're going to release Street Fighter 2 9 times.
Turbo. Super Street Fighter 2. Yeah. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so there are at least 3 versions of Twisted Metal Black. Because there was Black, and then there was Black Online in 2002. And then there was Black in 2015. Like, they Skyrim'd it.
Yeah, just keep re-releasing this game. But Twisted Metal Black is a good game, I will say. Like,
yeah, I have to look into those.
I am a fan of those games. I like. There's almost zero chance a TV series based on those is going to be good.
Oh fuck no!
Yeah. Who knows? Prove me wrong, folks. Prove me wrong.
I would love to be proven wrong on that.
He was also in Altered Carbon, which I haven't seen, but I heard is pretty good.
The second season he was in, and it was not that great.
Okay.
First season was good. The book was fun as shit.
Yeah.
There's actually a series of books about that character, but Altered Carbon was the first one. It was really good.
All right. Scrolling through, he's like in so many of the MCU movies.
Yeah. Gangster Squad.
Gangster Squad. I've never seen that.
That was a Josh Brolin like 30s gangster movie.
Yeah, I think I do vaguely remember that. He was Tupac in the movie Notorious.
Oh.
About Biggie and Tupac, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
The Hurt Locker he was in. That was a pretty good movie. With Jeremy Renner.
Mm-hmm.
Of Hawkeye fame. $1 Million Baby. Can I just say I love the fact that in the Hawkeye TV series there is a fight in an abandoned KB toy store. So awesome.
Oh well, try to find me a not abandoned KB toy
Yeah, I
store.
mean like any KB's toy store in existence is abandoned at this point. But like they weren't Toys R Us. They were like the smaller version of Toys R Us. But,
KB Toys?
Yeah. But they still had so much awesome shit.
Yep.
I remember because we used to. My high school was.
There was that one
There
was that one in Crossgates forever.
Yeah, you're right. The one in Colony Center hung in there too.
Yeah.
That one because my high school was adjacent to Colony Center, so we'd go to the mall like after school all the time. I bought so many Genesis games there. Anyway, moving on. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who we
love you.
Yeah, I've absolutely praised earlier in this episode. I dig me some Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
100%. Probably best well known as Ramona Flowers and Scott Pilgrim.
Yep.
Great movie, great series of books. Definitely check both of those.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you got to go like this movie is the truest form of this comic book series. Scott Pilgrim probably number 1.
Yeah, that movie is pretty like dead on with the book.
Yeah. I mean, they chopped out that whole like.
There's a lot of stuff. It's like the first I think 4 books like condensed into a movie.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff like cut out.
Yeah. They. What's funny is like they'll reference the stuff that they cut out too.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Like, she got kidnapped by this guy and I drop kicked him into a million pieces. Like that. Yeah, that happened in the comics.
I have not read those in oh god, I couldn't tell you how long. Those are really like just if you're looking for like just a fun like quick read, definitely check out the Scott Pilgrim books.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah. And then like just the fact that they're named after like records and like Scott Pilgrim and the Infinite Sadness. Like,
yeah.
As somebody who grew up in like the mid '90s and like Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness is like a huge benchmark in my like teenage years.
That album is fucking dynamite.
Yeah. Smashing Pumpkins was the second concert I ever saw. Smashing Pumpkins and Garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a Garbage fan, but
I like Garbage.
I do love me some Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, fucking Shirley Manson, I dig a lot. But this was like 1995. So this is like at the height
95.
of
Jesus Christ,
both of their like fame. Maybe 96. Yeah, it had to have been 96.
So Melancholy was out.
No, I'm sorry. That was the third concert I ever saw. The second concert I ever saw was the Ramones at Lincoln Park in Albany. The third concert was was Garbage and the Smashing Pumpkins at the Knickerbocker /Pepsi /now MVP Arena.
Yeah, was it the first concert? I think it was the first concert I ever went to, like real concert, was Ted Nugent, Deep Purple, and Leonard Skinner at SPAC.
Damn.
Yeah.
The first real one I ever went to was this punk band called the Riverdales, who were fucking awesome. And
the Riverdales are fucking great.
Yeah, I love the Riverdale and Green Day at the Rack at SUNY. This was 1995. It was 1984 because they were touring for Dookie when I fucking saw them.
God damn, you're old.
Yeah, I am. I am so old. And then like a year later, I saw the Foo Fighters on their first tour with Rocket from the Crypt at the same venue. That was
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was an awesome show.
Rocket from the Crypt.
Oh, God, I'm adding the mid-90s onto my Like, I now have to go back and see shows I've already seen.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
Like, there's some 90s shit that I would go back and see. I would go back to...
I would absolutely go back to my first concert to see Green Day in, like, 1994 or 5 after Dookie came out.
I would go to, like, 90...
It had to have been 94, because it was in the fall, and I was in the 10th grade, so it was 94.
I would go back to, like, 93 and see Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
During, like, their Dirt cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see, like, Nirvana, or, like, right before...
No, fuck that.
No, I'm going to see Nirvana. We are going to see fucking Nirvana. Like the Live in New York, like, era, like, around
Let's
then.
go see, like, the Melvins.
Oh, man.
Whoa. How about this? 1993 Soundgarden.
We should just go to their first Lollapalooza, where it was like Soundgarden, Nine Inch Nails, Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know several people who went to that fucking show, too. It's bad.
Fuck them.
One of them, I believe, will be on the show next week. I believe he was there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that is next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit's creeping up on me, dog.
Yeah, I gotta reconfirm that. Anyway, back to Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Again,
we are so far off the fucking rails.
Whatever. I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah.
She's going to be in the Ahsoka TV series.
Amazing talent. Cute as a button.
Yeah. 100%. We talked about her a lot previously on 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Which I really love that movie.
Yeah, I surprisingly love that movie.
Yeah. Which no like grotesque monster in that movie, human monster, but still covered on this podcast because it's a damn good movie.
Sure is.
She was the Huntress in Birds of Prey, the recent one with Margot Robbie. I dig that movie.
I gave up on superhero everything. Like I just stopped.
It is not, I would say, not your typical superhero fare for now. It is very much, in my opinion, like a mid-90s, like, again, going back to that mid-budget, like we were talking about last week. Was it last week?
No.
2 weeks ago. Fuck.
2 weeks ago was a mid-budget action movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a superhero movie, but it's not like, well, it's not a superhero movie because Harley Quinn's not a superhero. She's just a crazy chick.
Yeah. Who
happened to have dated the Joker. Like, I dig it. It's a very good movie. It's not like there's at the end of every superhero movie, there's a big bomb that's going to blow up the entire world.
Yeah.
This is not that movie. It's like a street level, like, crime type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely dug that movie. Margot Robbie just kills it as fucking Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Love, Death, and Robots.
I still haven't seen that. That's the computer animated one on Netflix, right?
That first season was fucking amazing. I don't know how they fucked that second season up so bad.
That's right. I mentioned she was on Fargo. Her character is Nikki Swango.
Yeah, that's a name.
Yeah, I love that show. Each season it's an anthology show, so each season is a different story. Mm-hmm. That one I think was like set in the 90s or maybe the late 2000s, like maybe just before 2010.
Yeah.
And again, it's Ewan McGregor was in it. Who else was in that? Bokeem Woodbine, I want to say, was also in that one.
That's a name.
He was hold on. See, like, there's so many different seasons. Like, it just brings up everybody.
Yeah, Bokeem Woodbine right there.
Yeah, his characters in the two different seasons.
Oh, he was in The Wire, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was.
Ewan McGregor. The last season they put out was fucking. I keep trying to say fucking because I know I say it a lot of the show.
Okay, so I have tried to watch the movie Fargo. a few times, and it just doesn't click with me.
It has nothing to do with the movie Fargo.
So I don't have to have that previous knowledge.
It's basically every season is an Elmore Leonard story. It's like a sleazy, like, crime story.
All right.
The last season, which I thought was amazing. It was Chris Rock and Jason Schwartzman were playing the heads of, like, rival crime families in, like, 1950s Kansas City. So, like, you know, Chris Rock's obviously the head of the black crime family.
Yeah.
Jason Schwartzman is, like, he's basically, like, the kind of, like, Fredo son in, like, this Italian crime family.
Yeah.
And, like, in the first episode, like, his father gets shot, like, he's in a coma. So, like, he has to take over. But at the same time, like, his half-brother, like, from Sicily comes over, who's, like, uber fucking, like, just big, strong fucking dude, like, just wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to take over the family. It's such a good show.
All right. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. I started with that season, and then, like, because it was so good, went back and watched the other ones.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, watch it however you want it. You don't need to watch it in any order because they're all separate stories.
Okay.
The strongest ones are probably the first one and then the last one. The one with Chris
Colin
Rock.
Hanks was in it.
Yes. Yeah. He's in one of the seasons.
Holy shit! Look at the people that have been in this fucking show.
Yeah, it's amazing who has been in this show. I mean, like, the list of talent is, like, this is just, like, the front top cast portion. I mean, like, we have got Billy Bob Thornton, Martin Freeman, Colin Hanks, Bokeem Woodbine, who I mentioned, he's been in a lot of stuff, Kirsten Dunst, Ewan McGregor, Chris Rock, Carrie Coon, who was just in their most recent
fucking Patrick Wilson. Yeah.
Patrick Wilson. Jesse Plemons, who is the poor man's Matt Damon, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Jason Schwartzman, Ted Danson, David Thewlis. He's like this fucking weirdo, like, gangster. He's like working for, like, the head, like the brainiacs basically of, like, this gangster, like, operation in one of the seasons. I want to say it's the same one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, like, an amazing, if you love, like, sleazy crime stories,
Which I do.
check out Fargo.
All right.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. What was that? That was an FX show, wasn't it?
Yeah, FX.
Yeah.
I think they're still making it. I believe there's another one. I hope there's another one coming out because it's so good. Martin Sokus, I believe is how you pronounce this. Sokus. He was, I believe, Thomas Lincoln. Let's see. I've gone past it. Here we go. Nope, Jack Bartz. There we go. He was Jack Bartz, the guy who killed Abraham Lincoln's mother, the guy who he shoots in the eye.
Yep.
He was most recently in The Last Duel, which is a really good movie. It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Matt Damon.
It was about the last, legally allowable, like, public duel in France.
Yeah.
I think it was, like, in the 17th century or something like that. It's a really good movie. Kind of like Rashomon. Like, it's the same story from, like, 3 or 4 different angles.
Yeah.
It was really good. It's not exactly a pick-me-up movie.
Yeah, it looks like quite a downer.
Yeah, it is. It is. But a really good, like, kind of like period piece. It's some combat.
It's one of those movies that I've almost watched, like, 3 or 4 different times. But then I was like, oh shit, yeah, I can watch MXC.
Yeah, like, I can watch something flashy and, like, you know how much MXC I've watched a lot, like, recently.
Dude.
I'm Gila Deuce. But it's a movie-ass movie. Like, it's very good. I enjoyed it. I watched it not that long ago.
Yeah.
I believe it's on HBO Max right now.
I believe you're right.
Yeah. Let's see. He was in Into the Badlands, which is a pretty good show that was on AMC. A lot of good, like, martial arts action.
I watched, like, 2 episodes of that.
First season was really good, and I think I kind of lost, like, the plot in season, like, 2. I don't think I ever made it to season 3.
I lost the plot 2 episodes in.
I will say the martial arts action is, like, mwah, like, top of the line. Like, the fighting in that show is really good.
I think my problem was, like, couldn't get a grip on, like, what they were trying to do. Like, is this a martial arts flick, or is this a post-apocalyptic flick?
Yeah.
Or is this like drama? Like,
they are like blending a lot of genres, and
it's like a Shakespearean. It's a Shakespearean martial arts post-apocalyptic film.
The main dude, what was his name? Hold on, I don't want to sell him short. Into the Badlands. Daniel Wu, that's who the main guy is. He is really fucking great. Like as far as like martial arts, like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as that goes, I don't think I've seen any of the other stuff he's been in.
Fucking Nick Frost was in that show.
He was in that. Nick Frost is out there fucking doing kung fu moves and shit. Like,
get out of my fucking life right now.
Yeah. And like you would think that'd be like great to watch, and like
no, I don't. Oh man. I don't want to see Nick Frost doing anything other than like serious drama or irreverent comedy.
I want to see him playing Ed and showing up the bed. Let's see, anything else?
Or scumbag drug dealer in Attack the Block.
Oh yeah. This is Martin Sokas. He played Dr. Ashley Kafka in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
which is
great.
a terrible fucking movie.
He was in Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, which
Also
was
a-
not
yeah.
good at all.
Terrible movie.
Look at the fucking pedigree of the first one and the people that were in the second one. Why is it so bad?
Just the overall quality of the first one compared to the second one.
Oh my god, it's so fucking bad.
Don't watch Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, but absolutely go out and watch the first Sin City movie.
Yeah.
I love those books. I mean, like, we've talked about the
Oh
Hard
my
Goodbye
god.
before.
Yeah. Sin City, the comic books, amazing.
That yellow bastard, like, oh god, I love, like,
It's crime noir, like at its most extreme. Like,
yeah, it's most like boiled down and just fucking like pure, like,
yeah.
This is like hardcore detective, like, crime story fiction.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That first movie, amazing. Like, it was so close to the comic. Like, it was absurd.
Yeah.
And that second one, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, Frank Miller was sniffing his own farts that whole fucking movie.
Mickey Rourke in the first movie is Marv.
Nobody could have done that role.
Yeah.
Nobody could have done it.
He's just a big, dumb, brainless fucking moron, and he knows it. Like, I'm just here to fucking beat the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
Like,
God damn it.
oh god.
I
like,
love Sin City. I love Sin City. I don't think I've seen that movie less than 30 times.
I read that when I was in college, and that fucking book changed the way I wrote. Like that.
Yeah.
Like oh, it's so good.
Like, that was Frank Miller at the height of his powers. Like,
yeah.
Like, his drawing was. Okay, so I'm gonna take this from like an artist's perspective. Early Frank Miller, kind of stiff. Current Frank Miller, way too fucking loose.
Yeah. Current Frank Miller, like, oh, I know I'm gonna offend some of our listeners, but
He can't fucking draw anymore.
yeah,
He can't.
I don't think he's aware that women are not men. When it comes to art,
Yeah.
have you ever seen the way he draws Wonder Woman?
Yeah, it's fucking abysmal.
He draws her like shown off in fucking the last dragon. Not the last dragon. Yeah, the last dragon.
Okay, hold on.
Was that? Yeah.
Dark Knight Returns, amazing.
Dark Knight Strikes Again.
Front to back, amazing. Dark Knight Strikes Again, worst shit I've ever tried to read.
I will say the third one better than the second one.
Really?
It's all about
DK3?
Yeah. It's all about I forget how it happens, but like all the Kryptonians in the bottle city of Kandor, like get like embiggened. Shout out to Jebediah Springfield.
Yeah, but somebody was holding his hand on that fucking book.
Maybe. But it's basically about Superman and Batman versus all these fucking like Kryptonians.
Yeah.
Like it was so much better than the second one, which was just straight up garbage.
Oh, it was was so fucking bad. And I was so excited for it too.
In a couple of weeks, I should finally be getting my Dark Knight Returns board game that I kickstarted.
Oh, really?
Again, like way the fuck back at the beginning of the pandemic.
I have my dad's Dark Knight trade.
I'm so due to read The Dark Knight Returns. Like, I haven't read it in a couple of years. Like, that's a book I just have to read like every couple of years.
It holds up so well.
I fucking... This is the operating table.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah! Oh!
The book is so fucking... God damn it! That is the best... You know what? Fuck it. That is the best Batman story ever written.
That you cannot... That's very hard to argue. Like,
I will give you close seconds with The Long Halloween and Hush.
Yeah, all of those are great stories, but The Dark Knight Returns is like... what's the full... This isn't a something... This is an operating table, and I'm the surgeon.
I don't remember the exact quote, but I remember getting hard to it. I mean, never mind.
Oh God, that is amazing! Like, yeah, I will even say the animated movie they did was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, if you haven't read The Dark Knight Returns, just go read it. Trust me.
You have fucked up.
Yeah, go read The Dark Knight Returns. It will change your life.
Yeah. God damn it.
Again,
we are so far off fucking topic.
Off. Yeah. I don't. Was it Martin Cesarcos or whatever the fuck this dude's name is?
I don't know.
Yeah. Look, he's in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He's in the Aeon Flux movie, which is terrible.
That was a letdown.
Great cartoon, terrible movie.
I have that entire animated series on DVD.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That Liquid Television from MTV in like the early 90s.
Yep.
That's where we get not only Aeon Flux, we get Beavis and Butthead. I want to say there's like
no.
else.
Beavis and Butthead wasn't part of Liquid Television.
Was it? I thought it was.
No, it was a separate show. It was on. It would be like Beavis and Butthead would come on, and then after that, Liquid Television would come on. But I want to say Syphil and Ollie was part of Liquid Television.
Dude, I am almost positive Beavis and Butthead came out of Liquid Television.
I don't believe so.
God damn it! To the internet.
To the internet.
We haven't used that in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead.
Was it really?
Liquid Television is an animated showcase that appeared on MTV from 1991 to 1995. It had served as the launching point for several high-profile original cartoons.
I think the head came out of there too.
Yes, that was amazing.
That was the most psychotic fucking shit ever.
They did two seasons. I think they did 2 seasons of The Head. They did The Head and The Head Returns.
Yeah.
But that was MTV Oddities. They also did that season of The Max.
Yes.
Which I fucking loved.
Yes.
The Max was...
Sam Keith is a fucking genius.
Yes. Was this series from the early... It was one of the original like Image Comics like series when that whole company debuted like in the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's about this dude who thinks he's a superhero. He might be a superhero. He's definitely 100% out of his mind.
Yeah, 90% of that comic happens in
his mind,
delusions.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's this crazy like homeless guy. But oh god, there's another great line from that. Like there's like worse things than like criminals in this alley. Like there's drugs, and then there's me, and like he just leaps out and like fucking like murders a dude. Yeah.
They did. Sam Keith did the Max and Batman crossover comics at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be able to draw the Max like way back in the day.
It's not hard.
If you put a gun to my head now, I couldn't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet I could. It's muscle-bound dude, giant teeth, claws coming out of his forearms.
Yeah, that like
long, stringy hair.
That was in the Illusions. He had the hair.
Yeah.
In the straight up when he was a homeless guy in New York, he did not have the hair though.
Yeah.
But like the whole like delusion.
Yeah, because it was like his delusion was in Australia.
Yes, it was the Outback.
Yeah.
It was like this weird like fictionalized version of the Outback.
Yeah.
And like his therapist was like this jungle queen and like
Yeah, it was like Tank Girl on crack.
Yeah. Oh god, that was such an awesome book. I gotta reread those. I'm sure those are worth some coin now. I've got.
I think the first few are.
I think the first like maybe the first 12 or first 15.
Yeah.
Because
it's probably worth a little bit of scratch. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I got really into that series when Oddities came out. I banged the table again.
Yeah.
But
motherfucker.
The Head was like a comedy series, an animated comedy series.
Yeah, it was a guy who had an alien living in his head.
Living in his head. We used to quote that all the time.
Yeah, he looked like a cone head, but it would split apart and had teeth.
Yes. And like I just remember the first season, the alien was like trying to contact him, like telepathically. He's like, Jim, I need you here, and I think he was like in a support group or something.
Yeah.
And like he just kind of like zones out. He's like, I like drinking beer. This is the thing we used to say all the time.
Listen to me now. The 90s were the best.
As far as comedy, yeah, hell yeah.
In terms of a lot of things.
Because this was after like the crash of like, because in the 80s, like stand-up comedy was fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And then it crashed. So this is when you get the birth of like alternative comedy.
Yep.
And like every alternative, like huge name in alternative comedy was on the Ben Stiller show.
Yeah.
Like that show was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I like this the fucking they used to do recurring Legends of Springsteen segment, which was so great. Like
what the fuck?
It was just because like anybody who's a big Springsteen fan will just go on for hours about like he puts on these marathon shows and he's this great thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be like the one I remember was like Janine Garofalo. She was like, "Man, this one night I was working late in this bar and like all of a sudden out of nowhere, it had been like 1 or 2 in the morning. Springsteen shows up, so it does like a 2-hour set. Like after the set, like he's mopping up the bar, like he's stacking the chairs. And, like he's like, I was pregnant at the time, and like next thing you know, I went into labor, and like he's delivering the baby, and like now I've got beautiful Springsteen here with me. Like it was just hilarious, and it's Ben Stiller like dressed up as Springsteen. Like it's so good.
Oh man, that was back when Ben Stiller was palatable.
Yeah. He's just like sweating buckets. It's so great.
Back to the topic of this fucking
We haven't
show.
talked about this movie in like 40 minutes.
Oh my god.
We've been talking for 2 hours, and like maybe we've gotten like 30 minutes of this movie in. I don't even remember who the fuck we're looking at. Like,
just move on to the next one.
He was in a bunch of the Lord of the Rings movies. He was
Celeborn.
Celeryborn. Oh, he also had like Xena and Hercules Bingo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is that Martin Sazerka dude. I don't know what his fucking name is. Martin Zokas.
Yeah,
he's a dude.
All that started because we said the words Aeon Flux.
Yeah. Moving on, Jimmy Simpson is in this movie. He plays Joshua Speed.
Yep.
He is most probably notable as Liam McPoyle on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We have gone into quite detail about the McPoyles and It's Always Sunny.
Yes.
The episode where John was here.
Yep.
He is also, I mean, like an established actor in his own right. Some of the most recent things he was in, Star Trek Prodigy.
I love Star Trek.
I really want to see that Prodigy show. I heard it was pretty good.
I have not seen that.
I really like the first season of Picard. I cannot wait for the second one.
I haven't seen Picard or Discovery. Those are the two that I really want to see.
The first season of Picard is a lot about the Borg.
Okay. I'm sold.
Yeah. It's like people who were like...
The show is called Picard.
Yeah, right there. Right,
First off, yeah,
you're
I'm
already
in.
sold.
Yeah.
Like people, they found a way to like basically reclaim people who were taken over by the Borg.
Yeah.
So it's a lot about that. Like they've got like this Borg cube that they've like taken over, and they're like using it as like a space station. And like,
so it's an expansion on the Loquitus 7 of 9 kind of.
Yeah,
like,
she's 7 of 9 is in the show. Yeah. The second season, from what I understand, is all about Q. So like I'm pretty
Q.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Can't wait. I think it's coming out like maybe like a month or two. I'm definitely on board.
My
for that.
favorite Q moment is when Captain Sisko slaps him in the fucking face, and you never see him again in Deep Space Nine.
I have already forgot. Oh, Jimmy Simpson. He is probably most notable from Westworld. He is like the main character on that show, one of the main characters.
See?
Aside from that, he was in a great episode of Black Mirror, USS Callister.
I have not seen any of Black Mirror.
I fucking highly recommend Black Mirror.
Yeah.
The first episode, this is how they start off the series. It is about the British Prime Minister.
He fucked a pig, right?
He's being blackmailed into fucking a pig on live television.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not in after that.
I remember, like, way back in the day, listening to Kevin Smith's podcast.
Yeah.
Smodcast.
Must be pig.
Yeah.
Must be real. Like,
Yeah. Like, they were talking about first seeing Black Mirror.
Yeah. I cannot recommend that show enough. I've talked about
it's like
this
weird
before.
technological Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah, it's modern day techno Twilight Zone.
Okay.
I've talked about this before. I don't know if I did it on this podcast, but like there was this one episode. It's about this cartoon character named Waldo, I believe his name is. And it is like we were watching it, and basically it is the perfect parody satire of Donald Trump.
Oh, really?
He's a cartoon character. He just says dumb shit, says like just outrageous shit to get a rise out of people.
Yeah.
Ends up getting like elected president, ends up becoming like the dictator of the entire fucking world. And like we're watching this and I'm like, this had to have been written. Like we were watching this, I want to say like in 2016 or 2017. I'm like,
Yeah.
this had to have been written about Donald Trump. This had to have been written within the past year. It's from 2013.
Oh, God.
It is unfucking canny how dead on it is.
Yeah.
Like it's just this outrageous cartoon character like who just ends up taking over the fucking world.
Great. Well, you've read Transmetropolitan.
Yes, I have. Yes,
Yeah.
I have. Yeah.
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 If
Yes.
that is not... Oh,
Also,
my God.
beginning of the pandemic, I read those. That seems to be coming up a lot tonight.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Dad. Read Transmetropolitan.
It's podcast, Dad.
It's podcast, Dad. If you haven't read Transmetropolitan,
Read it.
you need to read it. You're doing yourself a disservice, and you're making me disappointed in you. It's so good.
I almost don't even think we need to go on.
We don't. We need to do the last
The
one.
last one, that's really about it. Hold on, is there anything? Oh, this dude I want to mention, Joseph Mawley.
Maul.
He was Thomas Lincoln. The reason I saved him, he is Benjen Stark on Game of Thrones.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. He is the. He's also in the Lord of the Rings new TV show coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's what's his name? The Stark family uncle.
Oh, he was on Ripper Street, too.
Yes. Yeah. I want to say with like Peter Capaldi was the one on that, I think. No, that's a different one.
No. Ripper Street. I can't remember who was in it. I remember watching it though, and
He's also
enjoying it.
in The Heart of the Sea, which we recommended about 20 minutes ago.
It was longer than that.
Maybe like an hour ago. Yeah,
It's
in
about an
real
hour
time.
ago.
Yeah.
This is the longest, better known as section
This is
in
an
the
old
world.
guy who we don't give a fuck about. Alan Tudyk. We need to do the last two tabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk is in this movie as Steve
I
Douglas.
love Alan Tudyk.
Chances are you have seen something that Alan Tudyk is in. What would you even say he's most notable for? Because he's in so much.
Holborn Wash.
Is that the most notable at this point?
That or Dodgeball.
Yeah. He's Wash in Firefly. He's the voice of K2SO in Star Wars Rogue One.
Yeah.
He's the voice of a lot of stuff. He's the voice of the fucking chicken in Moana.
His name is Hey Hey.
Hey, yeah. He's the voice of like random like characters like that in like all the newer Disney movies.
He's amazing. Like he's fucking. It's Alan Tudyk.
That's right. He's in Encanto.
Actually,
like,
you know what? Resident Alien is getting a lot of hype.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. It's on Sci-Fi right now.
I watched the first season. It's good.
I enjoyed Encanto. I thought it was pretty good.
That movie was kind of weird. Like, there's no villain.
Yeah, it's not like...
It's strange for a Disney movie.
Yeah, for sure. But good. Yeah,
but good.
I definitely enjoyed it. Batman the Audio. He's Alfred in Batman the Audio Adventures. How about that? I
haven't listened to that, but it's on my radar.
Oh God, MODOK on Hulu, which was great. He is Arcade in that show. MODOK is voiced by Patton Oswalt.
So I was flipping through some stuff, and my kids were like, "Hey, MODOK!"
No, I was like, kids.
Yeah. This is rated MA. You can't watch it.
Yeah. Not for kids. He's voiced on Solar Opposites, which I think is pretty good. That's by one of the dudes who does the voices on Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. Again, another Disney movie where he's just a random animal voice. He's the voice of Tuk Tuk and Ray and the Last Dragon. He's the giant pill bug.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
That was pretty good. He does tons of voices on Robot Chicken. He's Clayface on Harley Quinn and the Joker. He plays Clayface as this very actor type of guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's great.
Not really how I envision Clayface, but okay.
Well, I mean, he is an actor, you know.
Oh, that's right. He was in
Basil Carlo.
He was in Frozen and Frozen 2.
Oh yeah. Isn't he the Duke of Wesselberg in the first Frozen?
Something like that.
Weaselberg. It's Wesselberg.
The Tick.
The better one. The one that was on Amazon.
His name is Danger Boat?
Yes! Yes, he's the voice of, there's a Punisher type character.
Named Danger Boat?
No, he has a sentient, boat. And, yeah.
It's the most Tick shit ever.
Yeah. The one with Peter Serafinowicz is really good. The Tick. I highly recommend that. That's right. He's a preacher, televangelist on Arrested Development. He plays the Green Arrow on Young Justice. I didn't know that.
He does a million things. He was King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes. Yeah, I forget. He is in Deadpool 2. Him and Matt Damon are the two rednecks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're all made up, and they have a really short cameo in that.
Speaking of Alan Tudyk playing a redneck, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I have not seen that movie in a long time.
I watched it not that long ago.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Alan Tudyk and Tyler Labine.
Yeah.
He was great in this TV series Reaper from the mid-2000s.
You find me something that he's not amazing in.
Yeah. I highly recommend Reaper. It was only on for 2 seasons. Ray Wise plays the devil in that. Ray Wise, he was in RoboCop. He's I'm trying to think of what the fuck else he was in. But he plays the devil perfectly because he's a dick.
Yeah.
And he's not over the top.
I remember watching Reaper.
Yeah. He's just you're such a dick.
Oh, Con Man. Do you remember Con Man?
Oh yes, yeah. Where they're they're going to conventions, comic conventions, right?
Yeah. There was 2 seasons of that. There was 2 seasons of that show.
Star Wars Rogue One, which I think is one of the best Star Wars movies, possibly even right behind Empire Strikes Back, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the entire
it's the Dirty Dozen in space.
If you're a hardcore fan of the original movies, just the fucking 30 seconds at the end of that movie where they just unleash Darth Vader and because this was after years of Darth Vader being
lame.
made a lame kid friendly
piss baby.
Yeah. And then we get Rogue One where he is just mowing dudes down, slicing people in half with his lightsaber. Just that scene that I remember being in the theater just jaw dropping to the floor.
That's that one, like, you grab your friend by the fucking shirt.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Because it's black screen, like, because they're in the ship.
You see the fucking lightsaber.
Before you hear the breathing.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Then the lightsaber snaps on, and it's just carnage, like just bloody, disgusting carnage as he just mows down these soldiers. Like
that fucking hallway scene.
Just he has the one dude pinned against the ceiling, and then just like spins the lightsaber right through him.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god!
It's video game shit.
Yeah. Like it's just like. This is the Darth Vader I missed. Like, this is the Darth Vader I need.
Yeah. Badass Vader. Yeah. We hadn't had badass Vader in so long.
Far too long. And they just, like, out of left field, like, oh, no, that's right. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Hey, you remember when he was, like, the bad guy?
Frightening. Yeah. Oh, God, I love, like, as we're listening to goddamn Rain Dogs, we're watching that last scene in Rogue One.
I'm okay with
it. Yeah. Still trying to wrap up Alan Tudyk. I mean, like, just go watch Serenity. Go watch
anything he was in.
Why don't I remember
fucking
the name
Zootopia
of the TV show? Jesus Christ.
What?
Why don't I remember the name of the TV show?
Firefly.
Holy shit! I
Jesus
can't believe I smoked
Christ.
that one away. I mean, I drank that one away.
Yeah. Like, nobody knows you smoke a ton of weed, Chris.
Nope, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
Everybody knows.
No. Chris has a job that depends on people not knowing that. Fucking Justified. He was in Justified, which I have gone on at length about. I cannot recommend Justified enough. Going back to the Timothy Olyphant recommendation from earlier in this episode.
Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant as Raylan Givens is like top tier. Like it is a modern day Western. Like I would put him as like on par with fucking Clint Eastwood as like a Western character.
Okay, do you remember the movie Rango?
Yes.
Do you remember The Spirit of the West?
I never saw Rango. So, yeah.
Okay, there's The Spirit of the West, which is the visual representation is Clint Eastwood. I did not know that it was not voiced by Clint Eastwood.
Really?
This is Timothy Olyphant.
Is it really?
Fuck yeah.
I fucking love Timothy Olyphant.
By the way, yeah, go watch Rango.
I will say go watch season 2 of The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, because he plays a Western character. He plays a marshal.
I believe the word you're looking for is a badass motherfucker.
Yeah. He plays, his name's Cobb Vanth. He's a comic book character first, but he's in the show. He's the dude who gets Boba Fett's armor, basically. He buys it off some Jawas.
Yeah.
And, like, he's the marshal of, like, this small fucking town. Mos Pelgo is what it's called.
Yeah.
And, like, he's just all about, like, keeping spice and, like, drugs out of the town.
Yep.
And amazing fucking character in both Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
He was kind of the same character he played in Deadwood.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's exactly who he was. Yeah. Well, I didn't even think about that, but
yeah.
I didn't even think about Deadwood, but that's another thing he is amazing in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing he's probably aside from Justified, most amazing.
Yeah. Oh, God, Deadwood is so good.
Again, just the word cocksuckers used like a comma. And that's oh man, Timothy Olyphant is great.
Woo's fucking problems are not Swidgen's fucking problems. God bless you.
Yeah, Ian McShane in that show.
God bless you.
Al Swearingen, one of the greatest characters ever.
Swidgen. Fucking Celestials.
King Candy and Wreck-It Ralph. We're still on Alan Tudyk, who is still amazing. Like, I'm not going off him because he definitely deserves all of the time we're giving to him.
Yeah. He played Barry Allen in Brave and the Bold.
Oh yeah.
That
was like the weird, like, comedic, like, kind of corny Batman series.
Yeah.
But did you ever see the last episode of it?
No.
If you have grown up watching Batman,
as I have.
tear your heart out, like in a good way.
Oh, really?
Because the last scene is basically, it's a cartoon show, but the last scene is like, okay, like cut, like they treat it like a TV show, and like they're breaking down scenery, and like he just breaks character. He's like, hi, he's like, I'm Batman. He's like, I've always been here for you. Like, I'm always going to be here for you.
No.
Yeah. Like,
no. No.
Yeah.
I can't.
Like,
that's like if fucking Shaggy and Scooby-Doo started addressing me as a person.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like there's like a Batmobile in the background, like they just pick it up and it's like a cardboard cut out, like,
God.
And they're, like, moving it away. It's so great. Like, like if you're a fan of if you've grown up watching Batman, watch the last like not even 5 minutes, last like minute of the Brave and the Bold, the last episode. It's just like, hi, I'm I'm Batman. I will always be here for you. I'm always going to be Batman. Like.
Yeah, it's what I want to do is watch cartoons and ugly cry at the same time. Oh man, Dollhouse was almost a good show.
Yeah, it was so close to being good. And the less said about Joss Whedon, I guess, the better.
Whatever.
What a terrible, terrible person who made some great art.
Yeah.
Ugh. He was a voice in Halo 3. 310 to Yuma.
I don't remember him in that.
310 to Yuma? Me neither. It's on my watch list on HBO. I know I saw it, but like I need to watch it again.
I remember the sound of a man being stabbed in the throat with a fork. That's the most memorable part of that movie.
One of the rare cases where the remake lives up to, if not exceeds, the original.
Yeah.
I definitely need to watch that again.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to Westerns. Like,
Yeah.
you're either going to really do it well or really fuck it up.
I just watched...
Like, The Magnificent Seven was a good remake.
Sunday, I just watched The Searchers for the first time.
So good.
Fucking amazing movie.
So good.
Amazing movie.
Do you like John Wayne?
I don't have much like exposure to John Wayne. Like it wasn't like he wasn't somebody that was like really like stressed for me like growing up.
Yeah.
You know?
If I had to give you in particular a recommendation for a John Wayne movie, I would say the Sons of Katie Elder.
Okay. Yeah, I know, I've heard that one before.
That's John Wayne and Dean Martin was in that as well. I know you're a Dean Martin guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dino.
But yeah, like I mean, it's one of those movies like I know is a good movie, like critically speaking.
Yeah.
It's one like I know I'm gonna like this movie. I've just never seen it until now, and then it's amazing movie.
It's a top notch.
He's
John Wayne
such
movie.
a bastard in that movie.
Yeah.
You can't like. He's still charismatic somehow. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Yep.
He just wants to murder his niece because she lived with Indians, basically. Like.
She's dirty now.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch The Searchers. It's on HBO Max. Like, if you're a movie buff, like it's homework. But,
I own it on DVD.
Yeah, it's homework, but not like homework that you're gonna hate doing. Like,
yeah.
You need to see The Searchers.
It's just a great adventure movie.
I mean, like, the story, I mean, is amazing in itself, but just the scenery in that movie, like,
yeah, oh yeah,
holy Lord,
it was on a new level, like especially for the time.
Yeah, and I was listening to a podcast today. Who the fuck was talking about it? I don't remember. But they were talking about how all of these movies in the 70s were influenced by The Searchers. There's all these little nods to The Searchers, even in Star Wars. The scene where Luke comes home and finds his aunt and uncle dead and like burning is straight out of The Searchers. It's like almost shot for shot from The Searchers. Where the same thing, John Wayne comes home and finds fucking his family, murdered and the whole place on fire.
Yeah, that movie is so important to cinema history.
Fuck, what movie was it? But they were saying, like, you have to, like, a good thing to do is to watch The Searchers. It was Patton Oswalt, that's who was saying it. And then watch Taxi Driver right after, because it's the same movie. It's him, like, upset, instead of his niece in Taxi Driver, he's obsessed over Sybil Shepherd.
No.
I don't know. They talked about it, like, it matches up pretty fucking...
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, that whole movie is like a nod to The Searchers he was talking about.
All right.
Yeah. because he's talking about like, I have to save her from like these savages and like fucking all this shit. Like,
well, because he wasn't obsessed with Sybil Shepherd in that movie.
In Taxi Driver?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Well, okay. Which one was he more obsessed with, her or Jodie Foster?
Well, yeah, that's a thing that's an argument that can be made, I guess. Yeah. He called you a little piece of chicken. I know I said that in like a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah. Oh, sport.
Harvey Keitel, who is just awesome.
It's amazing.
And not afraid to whip his dick out in the movie.
Nope. You can come in her face, come in her tits. You can come in her ass if you want to. What?
Last up, we have Jake LaBatz. He is in this movie very briefly, but I brought him up because we have a tangential connection to the show, to Jake from the show to Jake LaBatz. Past guest Tomic Waters, who was on our Hellraiser episode, has done. He's animated and directed two music videos for Jake over the past couple of years. Jake's in this movie very briefly. He is he's a Confederate
Bull Run private.
Yeah, when they show the Battle of Bull Run,
yeah,
it's like a general, and like he's talking to the general, like saying like we got to do this,
okay,
and like he gets shot like immediately. Tom has done two videos for him over the past couple of years. Tom and his wife Colleen, their production company, has done two videos for him over the past couple of years. The first one was Hobo on a Passenger Train, which I want to say was like maybe 2019 or 2018, around there. And the second one was Hey Bigfoot, which was a couple of years ago, maybe like 2019 or 2020. Mm-hmm. Both of them outstanding videos. Go check them out on YouTube or wherever you can find them.
YouTube.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're gonna find.
That's the only place you can find music videos now.
Pretty much. But go check it out. Friend of a friend of the show. Jake LaBatz. But he's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in one of the most recent Rambo movies, not the most recent one, but the one where he's in Burma, like the first like reboot from, was it 2008? It looks
2008. Burma's a war zone.
Burma's a war zone.
I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love that movie.
I love the new one. It was so bad. It's like Home Alone for like.
Oh, John Rambo.
Yeah.
Or no, Last Blood.
Last Blood. Yeah.
Fuck.
Like it's Fox News Home Alone, basically. Like,
holy shit.
Tell me I'm wrong. Let's see some of the other stuff Jake was in. He was in the True Detective series on HBO, which the first season was great.
I hadn't seen the second one.
Yeah,
I hear it's not as great. Like it's not the fault of anybody that's in the show, but like the writing was weak, I guess.
Just compared to the first season of that show, which was like so just astronomically good.
It's probably the darkest TV show I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah, very dark. And then like the second season, it wasn't as good as that. So like naturally, people are gonna like shit on it. Like he was on Gilmore Girls. All right. He was in the movie Ghost World too. That was a good movie with Thora Birch and Scarlett Johansson. I believe. Steve Buscemi. Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a very long time.
Yep.
But that will finally do it at 2.5 hours in on this episode for the better known as portion.
Yeah. I don't.
We have no.
There's no crapshoot. Yeah, the crapshoot happened this entire fucking episode.
And I'm not just saying that because I want to watch the fight. That's probably going to start in a few minutes. But.
Yeah. No, you've had crap shot throughout this entire episode.
Yeah, we definitely got off track, but I mean, this movie was really fun.
Yeah,
I really, really recommend this movie.
If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. If you haven't seen it in a while, check it out again.
Give it a second chance. Cause I did not like this movie when I originally saw it, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, maybe you just needed to give it time to breathe. Like get away from the source material.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh man. Yeah, there's no substance. It's all
out there. It's on the screen.
Yeah, it's right there. It's just
there's no like deeper meaning to be found.
It's just stupid fun.
Yeah,
like it's stupid fun.
It's a president that you know killing vampires.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And you know what? Give me like Teddy Roosevelt killing werewolves. I'll love that too.
I am so there for that movie. Hell yeah.
I want that.
I definitely want
I want that. I want it so bad.
All right, folks. I really think this is a good place to wrap it up.
It probably is.
We've gone so far astray from our topic, but again, that is not a slight against the Abraham Lincoln Vampire.
No, we just happen to be excited to be talking about bullshit
And a little tipsy.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, check out our website, www.bigdumbmonsterspodcast.com. Please email us just anything, like fucking random bullshit.
Thoughts, recipes, critiques, I don't care. Whatever,
Yeah, beer recommendations, movie recommendations.
Definitely beer recommendations, yeah.
You got a movie you want us to watch, send it to us at bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. If you are part of the Twitter machine, hit us up at dumb_monsters. And if you want to find us on Facebook, that's Big Dumb Monsters Pod. And if you are on Slasher, the all horror social media, we are Big Dumb Monsters Podcast.
Oh, excuse me. Please be sure to check us out on Instagram as well at big_dumb_monsters. And also check out our YouTube, yes.
YouTube.
Go check out the YouTube channel. Check out our YouTube. I give up. I fucking give up.
I think it's called YouTube.
That is the word I would like to use. Go check out our YouTube channel, the Big Dumb Monsters channel. Thank you to everybody who's been there. We got some good traffic going to that channel.
Yeah. Like, rate, review, and all that good shit on any platform that you find the show on.
There's a thumbs up or a star you can give us. Give us one. Give us
because
a couple.
Any good ratings that you give us on those platforms allows other people to find the show, and then maybe other people will listen and like the show.
Exactly.
And they tell two friends.
And they tell two friends.
And so on.
Tell two friends.
Yeah. So with that, we are gonna get the hell out of here. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye. I really got a WD-40 this chair.